All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating philosophical concept, the idea of character building through adversity. We're going to map out the mechanics of personal growth and look at how struggle literally shapes who we are.
So, does an easy life actually make us weak? It's a pretty provocative thought, right? I mean, is strong character just some innate trait we're lucky enough to be born with, or is it fundamentally forged in the crucible of hardship? The specific viewpoint we're analyzing today strongly posits that character is a direct product of struggle, deeply dependent on the actual difficulties we manage to overcome.
Let's start by looking at this crucible of character and what it means to truly adapt to obstacles.
When we're forged in the fire of hardship, we are essentially forced into a state of deep introspection.
And you know, this intense introspection sparks a really vital trait: grit. Essentially, that's your passion and perseverance for long-term goals. But here's the catch. Grit is almost always honed by setbacks. It's the sheer friction of failure that teaches us how to push through intense discomfort. Just think about the last time you hit a major wall in your personal or professional life. You really had to dig deep, didn't you? A perfectly easy life might never actually provide the intense training ground needed to truly develop that kind of relentless drive.
Think about core virtues too. Things like patience, perseverance, courage, self-discipline. The main argument here is that these qualities are, well, they're basically muscles. If you never have to wait for something, how do you ever develop patience? If you never face genuine fear, how can you possibly cultivate courage? They absolutely must be exercised through resistance. Without a hurdle to jump, you simply never know how high you can leap.
And this struggle completely dictates how we relate to the people around us. When you survive your own personal mountains, you instantly build empathy for anyone else making a difficult climb. It just wires you for an understanding of human vulnerability. On the flip side, living completely insulated in a bubble of comfort, that can make it incredibly difficult to truly grasp the hardships others are enduring. Avoiding hardship altogether could literally leave us with a less compassionate, less well-rounded character.
Which brings us to a really interesting concept: the comfort trap and the hidden danger of comfort.
Because prolonged comfort isn't just pleasant. It can actually be a massive trap. Without external pressures, we risk severe stagnation. We lose that core motivation to adapt and evolve, simply because nothing is forcing us to change. Adversity, on the other hand, acts as this powerful catalyst. It's the fire that drives evolution and pushes us to leap far beyond our current capabilities. True strength, at least in this specific context, is actively built by confronting and overcoming resistance, rather than just existing in a permanent state of ease.
Now, let's shift gears for a second and look at a different perspective, exploring some alternative views on this.
Because it is absolutely vital to remember that an easy life is entirely subjective. What looks like a perfectly smooth, problem-free existence from the outside might actually conceal profound internal struggles or quiet mental and emotional challenges. Someone who appears to have never faced a single day of hardship might be fighting silent battles we know absolutely nothing about. The crucible isn't always visible to the naked eye.
And hey, there are entirely different routes to the exact same destination. A robust character absolutely can be shaped without trauma. It can be beautifully forged through overwhelmingly positive experiences, a really strong moral upbringing, or honestly just proactive self-improvement. You can totally choose to build your own stairs and challenge yourself to grow without waiting for tragedy to strike to force your hand.
So, let's talk about redefining true strength and what that looks like beyond just enduring hardships. When we stop viewing strength solely as a byproduct of trauma, we uncover this much richer vocabulary for character. Sure, overcoming adversity is a major factor, no doubt about it, but strength shines just as brilliantly through everyday kindness. It manifests in unshakable integrity, quiet wisdom, and, this is a big one, the simple ability to cultivate joy and contentment in everyday life. These are profound, foundational strengths that just don't necessarily require a crucible of fire to exist.
Ultimately, while diverse paths to growth certainly exist, the traditional view we've been looking at holds firm on one thing: intense pressure and heat create diamonds. Challenging experiences act as a highly reliable, almost inevitable forge for resilience. The core argument remains that these intensely tough moments are the crucial crucibles that definitively test, temper, and solidify our most robust character traits.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. What is your crucible? Think about the last time you faced a truly major obstacle. Whether it was a hidden internal struggle or a highly visible hardship, ask yourself, how did that specific experience shape the person you are today? Did it build your grit? Did it expand your empathy?
It's something to really chew on as you navigate whatever challenges come your way next. Thanks for joining me.